So we've just pulled up here at Goondiwindi. Now we're here for the Goondi 400. So Justin left the black truck at home and I've decided to take it this weekend. I mean, I can't believe he didn't bring it himself, but you know, there we go. I'm going to take this one and I've got it here with my X1N. So we're going to set up camp here for the weekend and basically have a really good one. So I'm just going to undo the DO35 hitch. Such an easy thing to operate. Slide that back there. We're going to do the handbrake, that's important. We don't want to let the trailer go anywhere. Unhitch here. Obviously all our drawbars have the jockey wheel on it so that they don't sort of swing down and get caught in the way. So that's a big feature of the Patriot campers. And then I tend to like to leave it attached to the chains just as a safety feature. If anything has happened with the handbrake or anything while we've been traveling, the chains will hold it if it decides to let go. Look, I chose the X1N. I think for its, its compact size, its ease of use, the versatility of carrying stuff on top. Now, I've gone for the Darche swag because, well, this one here's the big one. Okay, so for a quick weekend away, I'll just take, like 3 days when I'm staying somewhere, I'll just take this one. If it's just myself and I'm going with a mate, I'll take the, I've got another smaller swag, so you can carry so much stuff on the top of this, so you don't just have to have the tent. But once we got that off there, that allows us now to get the awning hitched up. But I'm just going to move the car out of the way, and I think that's probably going to be best. Oh, I love this truck. It is just so much fun to drive. You could almost have to just sit there and just rev it, just because it sounds that good. You know, when we did Cape York, I was so jealous of Justin and the twins in this truck. You know, I had the mule back then, the little Hilux, and it got me through there, and did everything. But this thing here is just an animal. It's just got switches and lights. I can see what all my batteries are doing. So let's move this truck over here. And there's literally, you feel so confident when you're driving this. This was born for the Outback. This is definitely not a town car in any way, shape or form. This is the truck that you take to places like this, because this terrain here is where it comes into its own. All right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to level the trailer so we get the kitchen and everything all nice and set up. Another reason why I went for the X1N is you get airbags as standard, okay? Airbags are standard and a 350 watt inverter, okay? The only thing you don't get, which is similar to the others, is you don't get the TVMS, which basically combines all this into one. But realistically, for me and what I'm using it for, it's pretty straightforward. The kids can turn their lights on and off as they need to. So what we want to do is we're going to turn the accessories on, and that basically initiates the 12 volt outlet. And pretty simple, we just drop all the air out of the airbag. Now, people using the X1 and X1H and X3, this is a really simple tip when you're setting up. Drop all the air out the airbags, then you can sort of come to here, and then just as your eyesight, you're going to go, all right, we're sitting good there. I just want to bring this side up a little bit, so perfect. All right, kitchen is level. The Webers are probably your best option for one of these trailers, okay? You can, I mean, literally we do everything on here. You do your bacon, your eggs, you do your steaks, your lamb chops, you can do a potato bake in there. They're quick, they're easy. You can literally just plug it straight into the gas bottle and cooking set up. So when you pull up on the side of the road, you want to do a quick dinner or a quick lunch and you want to cook some sausages, it's perfect. So we'll pop the awning up. Now this is the first time this awning's been out since I got it. It's that new. So we're going to flip that over top. Look at it, dust free, and we've travelled on some pretty dusty roads. And you can see a lot of people say, oh, how dusty does it get? Well, look, it's only dusty if it's sitting out and there's a dust storm. It's really good while you're travelling. So get those undone. There's a lot of awnings out there, and this is by far the quickest. And what I love about this awning is the shade coverage. It's proper 300 gram ripstop canvas. There's literally no sun coming under here. Now, if it was to rain this weekend, a lot of people ask this all the time, oh, what happens when it rains? You're gonna get water in here. well, we've actually got infill panels. So you've got a couple of panels here. One's going to do the back side. I'm not going to do a full setup, I'm just going to show you, but basically this one here velcros up in here, okay, stops the water coming in this side. And this one here is nice and easy. You got a nice sail track that just slides into. When the rain has gone, you can open up these windows to let the air back through. Okay, so if it's that sort of tropical climate where it's raining and then it's humid, you can still keep the breeze in the kitchen. And then obviously keep your lights all plugged in. So that's how you do that, guys. These screw pegs, I will urge everyone now to go online and buy these things, okay? You get 35 in a pack, it comes in this really cool bag, you get the drill bit. But honestly, for an awning, where in this sort of ground, it's pretty hard, where you'd struggle with a mallet and pegs, you literally just get this, hole in. That's one. That's two. That's three. That's four. Done. So on my trailer, I've got the Waco fridge. Love them. They're really, really efficient on the batteries as well. So we've got two 150 amp hour batteries on here. And look, if I look at my BMS, which I've got nothing on at the moment, it's saying I've got about 28 days till it's flat. So this thing will go for a long, long time. And what are we sitting on? About sort of 3 degrees. So that's pretty good. But we'll get that going. We'll get some coffees going. So look, my preferred method for just a quick boiling some water is just my jet boil. So we'll turn the water pump on. So obviously when you buy a Patriot, you're buying it for a big reason, that is storage. And this here is where all your big bulky items go, okay? So the chairs came out of here, we've got a big table in there, we've got a big fire pit in there. I've got even a little hammock here. I've got a floor mat that the kids normally use. But another really great thing about this, and a lot of people ask, all right, so where's your food go? Well, this drawer here is where it all goes. Okay, these little separators can move depending on the size of the item so that they don't get squashed. As you can see, I've got all my dry food in there, and if we lift up these, you get your pots and pans, okay? So there's a space for everything here. And this is, as you can see, fully dust and waterproof, you know. We've been traveling on a big dirt road on the way in, very dusty here at the moment, and as you can sort of see, the seals have stopped all of that. So that's enough about the pantry. I suppose everyone's sort of wondering where you put your clothes. Let's go around there and see how we do that. Around this side of the trailer, now this is, you know, you go and get those storage boxes, and as you can sort of see, this is the wardrobe, all right? So I've grabbed these just for this weekend. But basically, this one's gonna be my spare, and this is for the dirty clothes this weekend. And then this is all the clean clothes in here. And then I typically always have a box in my trailer that's just got trackies and a jumper, because you never know what the weather's gonna do. And they're predicting around sort of 2 degrees over the weekend. So you can see in here, I've just got my little toiletries box up on the shelf there, and I've got some batteries up there, kids' devices and stuff. And then my 350 watt inverter. I just use a multi-adapter so I can plug in sort of multiple devices, whether I'm charging up just little batteries for Harry's remote control car, or I'm using things for GPS tracking and stuff like that. Awesome compartment, you know, that's why we sort of set the tent up here, so I've still got really quick access to this area here. All right, so into the front box. Now, I always say to people, these things are there's so much storage in them, you almost won't fill them, okay? So in this area here, you know, you could do your porta potty, you can do camp oven. What I've gone for the camp oven up the top. I've got a little shower mat here, some spare sort of tins for cooking. I've got a solar blanket, my floor mat, and my whip. I never go anywhere without the whip, okay? It's great campfire entertainment. But of course, you've got your gas hot water system. So whether I want to connect up hot water for washing up or have a shower, we typically run a little shower tent probably about here, but you've got your gas bottle just behind here, okay? In the front box here, the man cave, this is typically where I put sort of all other stuff. So I've got my bottle jack up in there, I've got all my straps and hoses in there, I've got a little rag with WD-40 so I can just sort of spray stuff on all the runners and things. And then obviously my screw pegs sort of live up there with my drill, okay? And I typically have my spare boots in up behind here when I'm camping. I almost forgot, really cool piece on this trailer is the MaxTrax on the front. Easy to get to, again, you don't have to keep them on the car. And yeah, a couple on there, get you out of trouble when you need to, really good. And also protect the front of your trailer a little bit from stakes. We'll grab a cup of coffee now. And basically, you know, for this weekend, I'm navvying for the boys, thank you very much. Navvying for the boys here at Gundi, the Gundi 400, which, you know, I'm really holding my life in their hands this weekend. But we've gone for real basic setup. We're going to be sort of moving every sort of day. So yeah, don't want to do too much of a setup, and this is how we're going to run. But next weekend will be totally different again. We'll have probably 2 swags up there. We'll have the bikes in the middle, and we'll probably take one of the kayaks with us, strap 2 straps over the whole thing, and that's us. But this is really nice just to be able to have a nice basic setup, just the 2 of us. So we'll get on to finishing up and set up the swag and yeah, have a look at the open plains of Goondiwindi.